Or do you want more con type stuff?
If you want to do it as like a social thing, plus your reaction, plus intuition, that'd be fine in this situation.
Okay. So 8 plus my con is 6. 14.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler right here. You're gonna be fine. Citizen punching you. It's not, even if he was trying.
So what's your what you call it? Your unarmed damage is like
It's 3.
Okay.
Plus any net hits, which is probably like none really.
2.
'cause
So
you
if you
got
want to
full.
soak 5 damage,
Yep.
Dervish has like a billion gymnastics, right?
Not a billion, just a million.
Okay. And you have light body. Do you also have like airwalk and stuff?
Yep. Yeah, I do.
All right. Yeah. No, you're on the roof.
Okay.
I got to use that last night to jump from like balcony to balcony in the theater. It was awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going
You
to
are-
start setting those damn charges so I can create that hole that I was talking about.
I believe there's like is that a demolitions to set it or?
Yes, which is why I demurred demolitions.
Yep, I saw that earlier. I remember.
And Brass, please teamwork me.
Of course I will teamwork you.
Oh, the two faces mutually masturbating.
There you go. Have some teamwork. 6 successes.
All of the successes.
Okay.
All right.
I will stand on the floor.
You have some explosives up there. That'll take you a little bit of time, just because
Absolutely. Yeah.
you're feeling a bit of a gravitational pull as you walk around on the roof, because you're awakened. Meanwhile, with the exception of a dust ball, there is a full-blown scuffle in the lobby. It's the most beautiful display of pathetic fist fighting you guys have ever seen.
It's like
Poet is untrained in unarmed combat, and that makes it even better.
You know that thing where like you put your one hand over your face and you stick your other arm through like the crook of your elbow?
That's basically what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Citizen is a little better trained, but he's not exactly impressive.
Yeah. So
You guys-
as it devolves into full-blown fist fighting, the guard like lets go of his rifle. It drops onto the sling and goes to begin to pull you guys apart. You can see Chameleon can see because you guys are busy fist fighting as he looks over his shoulder at this display, zizzing away. The one receptionist is frantically pushing a button, which is doing nothing thanks to one of you guys in the chat. Thanks, you chat.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
You're beautiful, chat.
So, do you guys want to continue to scuffle with him? You do have him in a position where he and the two receptionists are both within sniper view? Or do you guys want to take a couple of minutes to see if
I think
Brass can get
one-
the stream sorted out and grab a drink, because we have been going an hour 20.
We want to make sure that everyone's in position and confirms
Yeah.
that they're ready before we make a move.
Yeah, I think we could do a bit more to prep the field first.
Okay. So as you are going there, just check the rally point real quick, because I think that... See if you
I
can
like-
get any more support.
Even on this most high stakes thing, the face's job is to be silly.
The higher
you
the
guys
stakes, the
ever
greater
seen-
the greater the silliness required, sir.
Have you guys ever seen The Road to El Dorado?
Yes, I saw that very recently again.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's just such a great. It just has so many great examples of two faces playing off each other.
You're not a god?
What? All right.
You gave me loaded dice?
How dare
So,
you?
do you guys want to
Loaded.
take a break, or you guys want to keep going?
I'm cool with either. Is the stream working decently, or
Apparently some people are having problems with the stream. I have been asked to reboot it. I've rebooted it. Now different people are having problems with the stream. I'm just going to upload it to YouTube once
Awesome.
everything's done.
yeah, I think that's probably the better solution.
Yeah, I mean, it's
All right.
It's going to have a few breaks, but those should be 15 seconds
Let me
max.
put it this way: I am totally okay with taking a break before the go loud phase of this operation.
Okay, so
But I
we
think
can
we have
prep the
we
field
have-
a little bit more and then worry about the explosions and such that will happen.
Yeah.
So, Chameleon gives you guys the stop pussyfooting around. I've got my job done. You guys
so-
continue to give up the fight, or
Uh,
also
is
Dervish
Dervish
totally
in position?
has prepped like 3 of the explosives, is prepping the last one right now.
So I think we will slowly tone down our scuffle
Fisticuffs.
as the big strong hulking guard who is like forcibly separating us
Uh-huh.
has rendered our great Shadowrunner skills ineffective.
They're super effective because you're lying.
You know. Our fictional Shadowrunner skills have been rendered ineffective, put it that way.
He's not the greatest Street Sam adept decker ever.
No, he's not. And sorry to break your heart, citizen.
Oh.
And at this, Poe will start, slowly cleaning himself up and just ask if he could, what open times the man might have on his schedule, ideally in the next few days, so that we could organize, hopefully, and he'll cast many significant glances at Citizen, with a more respectable group to do some work for them.
So if you want to roll an etiquette to try and
Calm down the receptionists.
look presentable, because her left arm is visibly twitching from over the desk, you can see.
I like
Yeah.
that she's just mashing this button, like, where's the security?
F5.
I'm gonna roll an etiquette just to look like I'm calming down.
Okay. 3 hits and 3 hits. Okay, you guys are consistent at least. So you guys managed to do that thing where you kind of pull tight on your jacket, like, all right then,
Harumph.
take my ball and go home.
You better walk away, as I say as I'm walking away.
And I'm gonna still keep trying to make an appointment after Citizens left for a minute or two. like this has no bearing on. I'm gonna explain that this is a total aberration. I rarely work with this man, and I will make sure he is not employed in any future endeavors.
Terra Nova Hut has strolled out of the room.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just now I'm gonna
Yep.
shit talk the guy I just was in a fake fight with.
The
receptionist.
the guard is giving you a look, and then he's looking back to the receptionist. Is like, do I throw this guy out too, or what? Because he's feeling pretty good. Like, he had some excitement today. That is the first time in a long time for him.
Have they stopped button mashing yet? Or are they just this guy's just
It's
demonic
slowed
idiot?
down, but her hand is definitely under the desk still. She could just be doing it with her finger now instead of the whole oh god.
All right, so I will try and attempt to make a as graceful as possible withdrawal, but I will definitely be trying to get that appointment.
Okay.
Because I really want to come back here. So I'm going to roll a con. 'Cause I
She will-
really know this place is going to be a
A crater.
wreckage.
Okay, so with 4 hits, she's like, "You leave me your card, and I will get it to the doctor. And if we need your services, we'll be more than happy to call you." What did you say your name was again?
Mr. Fantastic.
Ah,
What do you
that's
say,
so
Mr.
fucking terrible.
Richards?
She's like, "Right, fantastic, gotcha." So, I imagine you shoot her an arrow with your totally
And I'm-
not going to matter information to.
Yeah, with my totally irrelevant border meddling, and I'm going to give her 2 thumbs up, this is totally not a problem for me, and she is totally
with
sold
finger
me on
guns
the fact-
afterwards.
Yeah, with the finger guns.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, it's totally gonna be yeah, you and me, we're totally buddies. You're helping me out. Thanks for ignoring that jerk off, even though she's clearly has no intention of ever making this phone call.
No, you've gotten the look from women of, "I'm never going to call this asshole" before. You know that look.
Yeah.
So you guys
Does
extract
Poet know that look?
yourselves.
I'm not sure Poet does know that look.
Poet knows that look because his intentional assholery has gotten him that look many times before, sir.
Okay, so never when he's being himself.
He's too much charisma for that to happen. Anyway. Because he's a cheesy elf, and with that he will finger guns and look like he is a cheerful man and go outside which
Moonwalk
is
out. Moonwalk out.
no, he will not moonwalk
Meanwhile,
out.
like
but
a fly buzzes over to Sushi's corpse.
Poor
God.
Sushi.
Yeah, wow, we wasted time.
It's fine. You know,
Okay,
wouldn't
so
want to.
far.
So
She has to die in Citizen's arms if she's gonna die. Let's be real.
exactly. Like, come on. So, around this time, Dervish gets the fourth charge into place.
Okay.
So your plan was to like take out a corner, right?
Yes. Take out a corner, not a 3-point joint, a 2-point joint.
So
Down the middle.
pretend like I am an idiot and explain that to me in
Okay, so imagine, if you will, a box, right?
boxes.
And you have it with the open side
gotcha.
down.
So instead of
And-
on a corner with where it's like three things coming together, it's
Yeah,
just for like the
exactly.
top and the side.
Yeah,
So the
exactly.
top, the side, and the side.
Yes.
I'm learning.
Glad we
Okay.
could have this talk.
I figured it out, all right.
So with three-dimensional objects, the way they work.
I'm sorry, he used like carpentry terms, sir. I am not a Christian. I don't know anything about carpentry. Oh God, I'm going to hell. Quick, edit that out of this. Fix it in post.
Well, I fix nothing in post.
we
If you
don't
want
do
it fixed in
post. We don't do
you'll
post
need to
on this
fix
one.
it in post.
Damn it. All right. So you guys have any more prepping on this you want to do and that kind of thing?
We have charge it. We have the armor.
Does Dervish have any astral stuff that she knows or does?
She's not even aware she's an adept.
Okay. Yeah, no, she just feels this really weird pulling sensation from the building.
Yep, magical bullshit.
mentioned to her as being there.
Yep, there is some magical bullshit going on, and we're here to stop it.
Yep.
With bullets.
Like Firewatch.
Just like they did in Chicago, and you're going to do it the same way they did it in Chicago.
I don't have a nuke, though.
You have close enough on short notice. Brass, could you please explain how much explosives you actually brought with you and the yield of
Alright.
destruction that can cause?
We brought 30 kilograms of ammo, which was pre-shaped already and tamped, so that quadruples damage against buildings. So this should be sufficient to bring down this block if we want to.
So we're at like half a megaton.
Not yet, not yet. And then Brass has two of her happy supercharged rating 30 explosives, just in case.
So if I throw in
Essentially, we have enough explosives to skip straight to Bellevue bombing number 7 if we were so inclined.
If we wanted, yes, but this is Redmond and nobody will care.
Yeah, you can start with this building, and then the one next to it, and then the one next to it, and just
Yes.
work your way down.
I mean,
So
maybe
Brass is following the time-honored tradition of E equaling enough?
Yes,
Okay.
you have. It's not a nuke, but damn it, it'll work.
All right.
It'll work, and there's nothing wrong with, saying, looks like I brought too much, I guess I'll just bring this back home. Or
Right.
leave it there and make it go pretty.
make a little sculpture bomb.
Yes.
Little snowman with a happy face.
Oh God. So, is there any more prep you guys want to do?
Yeah, there's gonna be
Any
one thing I'm
ideas,
gonna
like maybe some more scouting? I could scout out the building a bit further,
I
or
don't think we should dally anymore.
Yeah,
if
we're
anything,
on the
time's of
timeline
the
here.
essence now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
So it's-
one thing.
Just make sure the guns are loaded, XX in the chamber and Narco in the other.
Vamps, can I use a point of common sense to what would happen to astral entities if they get close to that, or is it going to be dependent on their force?
As far as spirits,
Yeah, like as in, does this basically like remove all my spiritual options?
it severely limits them.
Yeah, no, like,
depending
it's gonna
upon
be
the
a-
force you're talking about.
I'm talking
Oh,
like
I forgot
over
about
the ma-
Hermes. Oh
like
shit.
over my magic.
All right, I totally got a thing for Hermes to do. So they would be like reduced effectiveness because there's going to be a background count in addition to crazy plot bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It could do some stuff in some way. It'll be a little crazy, but we can also think about.
Okay, so what I am going to do is summon up just a 4/6 Spirit of Man.
Okay. Throw some dice.
Yep.
How you feeling about that?
I can edge the drain and try and summon another one if that fails.
Oh God.
Sweet.
See, the spirits
Um,
want to help too.
So I will profusely apologize for bringing it into this terrible area and ask that it not come in with me, but that it give us a little bit of a boost on the way in, because one of the spells I'm going to give it is going to be improved initiative, or improved reflexes, the one that makes us go fast.
Nice.
And the other spell I'm going to give it is going to be, because I have all the spells.
Maybe Sunbeam.
Sunbeam.
Well, I already
Happy.
have Sunbeam.
Nuke
and
that
I don't know if
poor.
that guy's cool.
Nuke that poor ghoul.
I kind of want to do that personally for the doctor if he's a ghoul, which I don't think he is.
He was not a ghoul last time you met him.
Last time I met him, he might be now. I will give them. Sorry, real quick, guys. Ooh, let's go with the ball. No, let's go with levitate.
Okay. So he has imp reflexes.
And I will have him imp reflexes. Who else does not have good inherent initiative on the team?
Me.
I do not have any initiative boosters.
Okay.
Yep.
Dervish does a lot more damage with initiative than you do, Citizen.
I mean, you say that, but I'm pretty wily.
I know. But you don't have 20 something dice in automatics.
I have like 19 dice and pistols, but yeah.
So I'm gonna have that. If I had that spirit cast 2 spells and sustain them, does she go away? Can they do that with 2 servers? As long as they don't do anything.
They can sustain them for a while. We'll see what happens and what exactly Dervish exposes herself to, as to whether or not those spells have bad things happen to them.
Yeah, and they might come off. So that's going to be the 2 things. So she's going to cast it at 4/6 because that's her magic. And that's going to be both tasks for the spirit, basically.
Yep. So
Ref.
improve
Dervish.
reflexes and ball lightning on Dervish. 4/6, check.
Just improve reflexes. And the spirit rolls drain.
That's +4 initiative and +2 dice, right?
Yep.
Plus, I thought it was +8. Isn't it 2 per hit? Or no, just +4.
So, Dervish, you feel the world slow down around you.
I am happy about this.
And the spirit is good on drain, so the spirit will do it on me. So the spirit has one. The spirit is out of services, but is lingering to sustain the spells because that was the job.
That is what it will do. We'll see what happens and how long that lasts.
If the spells go away, it goes away. I will take both Cram and Psyche now.
Oh boy, I like it.
I'm gearing up for this. I need to check the addiction rolls for these things.
Yeah.
They don't interact, so I'm not going to have a speedball problem.
Yeah.
Except for the Chrome Flesh Speedball rules.
That's
Isn't
only
that-
if the 2 drugs have an overlapping effect, I believe.
No, any 2 drugs.
Ooh, okay.
I haven't
then
read that section in depth yet, so I cannot
I will stick to Cram then for more
Alright.
initiative.
pop your gum.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side. At least it's not. At
I think
least
it's like a
not
+7
as.
bonus.
They're not as brutal as
Gotcha.
AD&D potion missability rolls.
Sorry, guys. My PDFs are really slow to open. If somebody finds
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
plus modifier I get for this before I do, feel free to.
Cram is an additional +1d6 and +1 reaction, I believe.
No, I
s-
meant for the addiction roll that I'm about to make.
Oh.
I mean, I know it's like.
Does
so-
anybody else have any prep work they want to do?
I don't do drugs.
So it's making
I'm
me kind of want to take a cram.
I'm swapping
dude,
out
get that initiative.
I'm swapping out the magazine on my offhand SMG to regular ammo.
To regular ammo or to murder ammo?
Regular ammo.
That's so weird.
I'm going to look for a quiet, a hidden place for that so that I can get dressed again.
Okay. I forgot you're basically naked.
I've got second skin armor. That's worth 6.
Wait, I'm naked too. We're not supposed to be naked.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on, I think I have something else to do.
AFK getting naked.
Every time we laugh, I mentally cut back to Sushi's dead body. Like, just every
No.
time.
She's not in your arms yet, so she can't be dead.
Sushi
like a cricket
will
going on.
live. I believe in us.
It's +7.
Don't.
This is a dark dystopian future, sir.
Yes. You can't just
I
believe
still
in us.
believe in us.
You can't just believe in us. You need to believe in us, believing in you, believing in us.
You guys remember Peter Pan, where Tinkerbell died, and then he had to get everybody to clap?
No.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
That don't work, but
How does giving people the clap bring Tinkerbell back?
I don't know. Proper Mike probably has all of the STDs as he discussed with Tapper last night.
What?
What?
Huh?
Oh.
Is anybody carrying the thermite with them?
I've
Yes.
got.
Well, someone has to be
I have
carrying the
thermite. I mean, I don't know if it's the thermite, but I have thermite for sure.
Well, you had, I believe Proper Mike shipped along 3 things of thermite if you guys needed it, because he's crazy.
Well, I will take it.
Oh,
I am
sure.
happy about thermite.
I'd like some thermite, actually.
Yes, Brass likes thermite as well. I mean, let's just stuff it.
But
next to
Brass
the
has
boom.
her own thermite, right?
Thermite for
Ah,
everyone.
yeah, that's true. Thermite for someone else then.
I just
All
put
right.
some behind my ear.
So
That sounds like a
3
terrible idea.
So we have
I have
3
insane
things of
initiative right
thermite, right?
Yes. How many does Brass have?
I think Brass has 5 sticks of thermite left.
All right, so we're just going to take one of Brass's and we're going to split it up 2 and 2.
All right.
You guys can share.
So
Yes, we can.
here,
We frequently share lead, though.
tools of the trade. Where the frick is thermite?
Okay, my addiction doesn't get worse. But this is the first time, despite having an addiction to cram for the entirety of my hub career, that I've ever taken drugs on a run.
Man, you're just a casual user, aren't you?
We're just chewing our cram, and so Citizen and I are looking a little more upbeat after our scuffle.
I imagine them just chewing it really angrily, like a big wad of tobacco. Like,
Cram is like a Adderall.
oh, I like the idea of it being chewing tobacco better, but alas, I am.
Can we have the gum version for us?
Citizen totally inhales it. He totally sniffs it like cocaine.
Did you bring a stripper with you to sniff it off of?
I have Poet.
Perfect. I like how there was not even a moment of hesitation in that response.
I am
So-
too pretty to hit.
As you guys take the deep breath and get ready to do the thing that you do, I forgot that Hermes was also involved because he is here, so we can use him to supplement.
Hi, Hermes.
He's not actually here, but thank you, Hermes, in the future when you watch this later. He can come through as plot on cleaning up the interference in the 4th floor room.
Mhm.
He can assist that guy. So you will see that inside the tube, which those of you that have augmentation, which I think is really only Citizen and Dervish, it is like a tank that they would stick you in for like gene tech or some BioWare tech that is like a nutrient stuff and
Which is
floating.
like Star Wars.
Yeah,
The Bacta tank.
exactly. And floating inside is the naked form of Sushi.
Gasp.
Okay.
Well, we know where to go then.
But she's not in the room we're blowing up, right?
No, she is totally in the room that you are.
She is, but she's far enough away that she's not going to be damaged
Sweet.
by this unless it's like super duper.
Brass, how super duper is this explosive that you gave him?
She didn't. The Dervish didn't get the big ones. She got the smaller ones. So
Yeah,
I
well, we're
guess.
talking about explosives here. So how
I-
much?
for these walls we have. Let me quickly look.
doing explosives math. Yeah, yours only does like 20 damage.
I don't need to do math. I made a spreadsheet for this.
You did all the math previously.
Yes, indeed. So basically, for these walls, which aren't in the best condition, and it's damped anyway, so Dervish would need about 2 kilograms for the for each breach.
So that's 8 kilos of Anfo
Means
is going to knock 4 kilos of Anfo.
yeah, we would knock 4 holes.
Yeah, we'll 4 kilos of Anfo.
See, this is why you made a spreadsheet.
Indeed.
No, I'm doing the real
Explosives
world
math.
math.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget there is a square root in there.
Yeah, I know.
A square root.
It's the only
Yeah.
place in the whole damn book.
It's like, you'll use this stuff in your adult life. I'm not going to play Shadowrun. I already knew about the square roots. And I've totally just disrupted his math that he was trying to do in his head.
Everyone starts
That's
saying
about
numbers.
10 to 15 feet of overpressure. On the inside?
Overpressure, I imagine, is bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Of
You can also
lethal-
see that there
ten-
is...
You have 10 to 15 feet of lethal overpressure on the inside.
Okay. And then after that, I imagine it's slightly less lethal, but still bad.
Yes.
Okay.
It's less lethal, but still bad. Yeah.
At least it doesn't bounce anymore since it's shrapnel rules on the other side of the breach.
Yeah, if only there was, not a person in a tag full of stuff.
Well,
Yes.
since we know she's there, Press can recalculate it to be a nice breaching charge.
It is,
instead of
however,
complete
a
shattering
great
through
way,
charge.
a great way to leap out of a giant hole in the building and escape.
Well, if Dervish won, Brass can tell her exactly how much she'd need to get out of that package to make it a nice.
I will.
Oh, this is now only 1 millimeter left. Poke and it's through.
Yeah, I will take Brass's advice because I took the teamwork test.
Yep.
Yay!
So we can tone that down to be less destroy the entire
Yes,
fucking room.
Indeed, it's
Yeah.
now really a breaching charge, which
Did you guys ever watch Full Metal Alchemist? How they have that the red room where they were doing that crazy Philosopher's Stone thing?
Yes.
Nope.
I've seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
It's
Is that
yeah,
the one
it's in
you're
that one
talking
too.
about? This was a couple of years ago, though, so.
All right, let me see if I can find the picture real quick.
Are you talking about the really big one in the first place they go to when they're like investigating it?
Yeah, the room that all of those people are in.
I think I know what you're talking about. But there are a lot of rooms in that series with people, so.
This is true.
Yeah.
Basically,
oh yeah, Brass.
the
Do
walls
it, dude.
and
Talk to the
floor.
winners.
Yeah, press, get high.
it's a cool thing to do apparently.
You beat me to it.
Peer pressure.
All right, so we'll take a couple of minutes because it sounds like it's about time to go hot. And you guys can go potty, grab a drink, and we'll come back and we'll hopefully save a horrible mutant.
Okie dokie. And maybe we'll save sushi too.
Well, there are 2 horrible mutants involved this time.
I am going to be doing more drugs due to advice, so I will roll the addiction for that as well.
Half the reason I don't use drugs on any of my characters is just because of all the people telling me to use them.
And time for the speedball. Duration of all crash effects are doubled.
So that means you should
don't have
take
to
more
worry about
drugs.
Means these aren't going to wear off for a while, so I'm good. But yes, I have learned to say no to drugs, but I'm not addicted to any of them. But I am now on Psyche as well.
So I come back to hear that somebody is horribly addicted.
Oh no, I'm not addicted, but my speedball did not go particularly well. It just wasn't a bad speedball, so I'm okay.
Alright. Brass is not addicted, doesn't get addicted to jazz from this. Excellent.
All of the chemical enhancements.
It's for sushi, which is an excellent reason.
Do drugs for the cat girl.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, this is on you guys to do that. I put first you in the drug.
it's the first time Brass actually uses that canister she has for half a year by now. It's a big deal.
So, are we all going to be entering through the 4th floor and then just clearing and destroying everything in our paths?
Yeah, I mean, we don't even need to destroy everything in our path. Just grab
Yeah, we go in, grab sushi, and fucking run.
grab sushi and blow this place to kingdom come.
Oh yeah, you have a shit ton of thermite and other things.
Yes.
That I'm sure
Thermite and boom
even put up on the 4th floor will still destroy the building,
Yeah.
just with a bigger fireball.
Indeed.
Awesome.
In play, I want that fire.
Never trust the players to not give you the scenes you want. Bastards.
Sorry?
I said, never trust the players to give you the scenes you want.
Which scene did you want?
There's supposed to be the epic scene of Poet and Citizen discussing the fact that this is all Poet's fault.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen after the death has done. And don't worry, people are gonna start noping out, and then I have some things I'm gonna do.
Mike also offers you guys Nova Coke because he enjoys giving drugs to people of various ages.
Don't want overcook.
What good is Nova Coke going to be right now? Come
It's a
on now.
party, right?
It'll
Nova Coke's
raise
a party drug.
It'll raise my charisma. More drain dice.
See, it'll make you more efficient. You should totally do it, Poet.
I've already gotten literally the worst result that I could get on that speedball roll. I will not add another drug into the mix.
What did you hit, what's his face with? When he took that red beta meth? He took, like,
That wasn't me. I didn't. Oh,
No,
what I
That was
gave- oh,
Impulse who did that.
Oh,
The
what-
red
oh, I
beta
feel-
meth. That is
Maybe you're talking
terrible
about-
things.
about what I gave Spartan.
no,
The kamikaze and deep weed combination.
if I remember correctly, it was something like 25 stun after double duration.
Yes, it was double duration and 25 stun unresisted.
Yeah, almost killed him.
Mm-hmm. Red beta meth ain't no joke.
It doesn't sound like a joke.
Well, that was from the speedball, not from the beta meth.
No, it was the beta meth.
Oh. Sorry, I thought that was from the speedball because he mixed drugs.
No, that was just the beta meth.
That was just the beta meth.
Mm-hmm.
If he had speedball on top of that, that would have been very, very bad, sir.
What speed?
Well, he had to roll to
K10?
stabilize.
Well, K10, you know, is gonna wreck your day at the end of
It's
it.
gonna go
K10 is
down.
going to rock your world no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Question is how many.
K10 is going to wreck a lot of people's days.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How many other people's worlds is it gonna rock in the process?
I don't know. Ask Jaws.
Are we all here, by the way?
I think so.
I'm here, yeah.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go down the line. GM, you're here. I am here. Chameleon, you're here.
Yep.
Brass,
Is here.
Poet, and Citizen.
I'm here.
Well, then, yeah, we're all here.
Okay then. Well, screw you guys. I thought we were still assembling the Avengers, as it were.
I was sipping a drink, but I have successfully sipped,
Was it tea?
and now I am sated. No, it wasn't. Sorry.
Then I
don't
am
drink
full of
tea.
disappointment for you and your supposed Englishness.
Yeah, my family hates me. I don't drink tea.
Is it
That
because you
sucks.
don't drink tea, or is it because you've done something else?
I think they had a predisposition to hate me, but the tea didn't help.
Oh, it's kind of like an ultimate insult, isn't it?
You're not good enough to have tea. That's how bad they hate you.
All right. So here we are, sirs.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's get I'll get on the
I
roof
am-
and get ready to rock
Where
and roll.
is the?
Oh, wait,
I am
that's
no
in 2
longer
hours,
running
rock and
around
roll.
in my underwear.
I'd say
you
congratulations, but then again,
do,
it's not
do you want to
exactly-
try and sneak out of the building to get dressed, or do you want to stay in the building when things start?
Stay in the building.
Okay.
Like, try to hit these guys from behind, you know?
So you're gonna start coming up from the bottom. Do you want to give your snipers any pre-orders beforehand so that if things begin to happen, they will just automatically do it?
This is a target-rich environment.
So just
Please
pick and
don't shoot
choose.
us.
The ones with the biggest guns.
Gotcha.
We're likely to be the
Okay.
ones with the biggest guns. That's horrible advice.
Does
No.
before we press the
not
button,
us,
does anybody have
obviously.
small
Well-
unit tactics?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay, roll to assist me, please.
Okay.
All right.
Is there anything you want to have your matrix support one use
Nice.
laying around? Dylan.
Can he brick all of their guns?
Is Paladin training compatible with Firewatch training?
Is what?
Paladin training compatible with Firewatch training?
I will
have
accept
4
it.
dice, my friend.
I will take 4 dice.
And 5 more.
Oh yes,
Because-
this is
yes.
lovely, lovely
Oh.
stuff.
Oh God. My
Dynamic
poor-
entry is go.
Yeah,
That is double the bonus. Yay!
Go us.
So-
Let's go wreck
Wait, double the bonus, so now we get +6 to our first attacks.
+6 to your first attacks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh man.
Thank you, Impulse. Thank you.
So,
Firewatch training, best training.
Hey.
as you're given the instruction as to why you should always trust Firewatch, because Ares is the bestest. You guys are all on the roof. You're blowing out that section of wall and then like leaping into the crazy room where weird magical shit is happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Kerblooey.
A explosion rocks through the building. You guys on the roof are, I imagine, braced for it, as Brass would probably have told you this is going to make a big boom.
Yes.
So
Yes.
don't be standing. You're gonna,
You see where we put those booms? Don't be there.
yeah, don't.
Be there? What?
Yeah, sure.
And then
go there.
chameleon team rockets into the sky.
Okay, guess I'll roll against Cat now.
Yeah, I guess you get that done. Just, for preemptive stuff.
And yes.
So the building is rocked. Those of you that are
Hey, I resisted.
nice. You feel a whoosh of weird energy come out of the room. Oh, hi, Solon. I see you in the chat now.
Hi,
The-
Solon.
I throw on.
You guys jump into the room, and there is just weird things laid about. And it's some kind of pattern, or was in some kind of pattern until... What was that funny
Breaching
explosive
charges?
term you used?
Shrapnel?
Overpressure.
Overpressure?
Overpressure, yes. Until that thing happened, and then it got pushed all over the place. It is things like butterfly cocoons and snake skins. That kind of weird stuff. You can see that in the tank is the unconscious form of Sushi. She looks slightly different. If Citizen wants to roll a perception test, I will give him some details on that. The room is fairly clear right now. It's kind of like somebody set it up as a set it and forget it. There is whatever they use is like a desktop in this setting, because I don't know what it is, of a computer over on the desk that the
Terminal?
display has been knocked over, but it is making processing noises.
Would this be a good time to use our last matrix support to find out what the hell is going on with that?
Yes,
I think so.
I think so. Maybe let's plug something in, a comlink in there, so somebody can access it through it. Because I
You
bet this
guys,
is wireless
you guys
off.
tap it up. I imagine.
Yep.
I've got a data tab.
Yep, so do I.
Call it. I imagine that everybody else kind of like spreads out, checks the door, kind of looks out the window to see what happens. You can get visual from outside where like the dude that was out by the door smoking, when the building shutters, he like literally chokes on his cigarette. Um, the receptionists freak out. The security guard who was by the thing, he begins like you can actually no, you can see him through the cameras. Okay, he begins messing with the armory door like. When you guys say the word go, the snipers will begin to shoot people.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let me know if you want them to start shooting now or if you want them to start shooting
Well,
on the way out.
We are. Do they have finite ammo?
Probably not. I imagine most of the snipers probably at least have 2 clips, and I can imagine that there's somebody who came up and was like, "Flump. You need some bullets? I got some bullets."
Here's some bullets.
Here's some bullets.
So yes,
Also in the
Weapons
cover,
free.
there's more bullets.
Yeah, no. So weapons free for all hostiles.
All right. So, well, they're snipers, so they're definitely silenced, but those of
Heads
you
are
that
gonna
are
start
still
exploding?
managing to check the camera feeds can see people start to go. Your date, poet, not going to happen. I'm afraid to tell you that. As you can see her slump over, her left hand still underneath the desk. Probably was hitting that button.
It's okay. It just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So with your last thing of Matrix support, the computer, for the lack of a sixth world term, is recording some kind of data. It looks like it is taking readings straight from the tank itself. It is a lot of things like vitals and lists the various nutrients and stuff that is in the tank. There is some weird stuff in there that sounds like magical bullshit.
Roll some sort of magical bullshit knowledge roll.
Yes, you can. Citizen, for your oh god, what's up with sushi roll? I totally would love the scene of you like slamming your face against it, one hand up on it as she is in there unconscious. It looks like her tail is longer, and her. I like how you don't think that this is a threat. Great. Her tail is longer and thicker, and her knees look backwards. That's weird. With your Arcana and Magical Theory, this is definitely some weird stuff. It may be... I don't remember the list of things that they mixed together to make orichalcum.
Orichalcum.
Potato.
That stuff. Yeah.
Actually, no, it's a Latin word, so it would be orichalcum. I apologize.
Take that. A lot of those ingredients that people use to mix together into that are in there. There are a lot of other fluid and changing things. Like there's some mercury in very small amounts because that's super poisonous. Your magical theory is maybe these are reagents to a
Spell. Because there was a giant ritual thing on the floor.
perhaps
and they may be
something
involved.
offered up to a mutation or chaos spirit.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, so
Yes, that is
it's great because he totally has the arms to go with it.
I know.
Do you guys want to do anything with the tube, or you want to send out to start clearing?
Can we-
Brett wants to check on check the tube
Try
since
to-
she has tons of engineering knowledge skills to see if there is a way she can safely disconnect everything.
Awesome, roll it.
All right. Which one do you want? They're all doesn't matter. Right? They're all the same dice pool.
Awesome.
I mean, just
Hooray
she's
for-
all
Ooh,
she has all the engineering things.
Can I real quick check if magical vortex is still in effect?
If that is a risk you wish to make, I cannot confirm
we
nor
are-
deny
we are-
whether or not that is a good idea. You can definitely still feel a pull upon you.
Okay,
With
if I can
3
still
hits
feel the
on
pull.
your with 3 hits on your various engineering stuff that you have, it looks like this is probably hardlined under the floor rather than across the ceiling, especially as there is some magical bullshit scrawled upon the ceiling that is now partially destroyed thanks to a giant explosion.
Oops.
You could probably work on disconnecting this.
Mhm.
Or if you guys felt safe, you could smash the tank and take it.
That
Moving the
sounds like a
whole
bad
tank,
idea.
yeah, moving the whole tank would probably be something you need like a dolly for.
Yes, but my intuition tells me first disconnect, then smash. You don't want to interrupt something like that in process.
Yeah, nah, that's a bad idea. There is a van that is beginning to move into the direction of the building for egress. Dervish, you come out into the hallway. Um, Roll me a perception test, and we'll see what you can see or
All my
hear.
perceptions.
If you
I
want to do
would
just like
like
a general perception, or if you would to flavor it, that is up to you, sir.
Rob. I would like to stalk and kill the mage.
Okay.
Ideally with Dervish as support because Geek the Mage is a thing.
Oh, I want to get I want after him too.
I'm pretty sure everybody wants after him. You got any more, sir, with your consistent 6 successes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Look, ultrasound and thermal.
Okay. So popping out into the thing, you see what look it's the rest of this building is set up very professionally and medically. Down the hallway, you can see into what looks like living quarters and that kind of stuff. Nothing crops up on your ultrasound that does not match with your visual look, so that's good. You also don't get the passive ping from anything um, that is sending out ultrasound. Looking around, you don't see any real electronics going around, except for that computer, which is probably hardlined down into the floor to the tank because that's where he does his crazy mad scientist bullshit. Which, if anybody has a mad scientist knowledge skill, I will totally let them roll it.
Can I spend karma to have it right now? Because I want it now.
I would allow that.
Excellent. Let's do that.
I will begin clearing the floor.
Okay.
Is mad scientist is mad scientist logic or intuition based?
Probably
It's going to be an
intuition.
interest knowledge, therefore it's intuition based.
Good enough for me.
With your sniffer, it smells like kind of like a dorm room. Once you get more towards the door, in here the smells are all over the place and wildly fluctuating. You obviously have the smell of recently exploded things and your teammates. Were you looking for anything in specific?
Specifically the scientist's scent.
You are. Give me.
Like, trying to
got
sniff
5
over
hits.
his
You could definitely
computer
you
and
pick
stuff.
up 2 human smells. One is definitely not sushi because you've smelled her before. Which one of those 2 is the scientist? You're not 100% sure. As you get out into the hallway and such, the one smell is a lot stronger. Probably is the scientist, but the other one is also nearly as pungent. Maybe an assistant, or maybe a more personal type assistant. Going around the rest, did you really buy mad science? He's muted, but I would.
The fact that he rolled it in earnest makes me think yes.
Sorry?
Excellent.
Hello?
Did you actually buy mad science?
Yes, I just did. I spent
Excellent.
my karma on it
I love
because
it.
that's totally worth it.
So, with your mad science roll, he is trying to, flipping through his computer.
Mhm.
So normally there's degrees of changelingness, and they're usually kind of set to a theme. He is what looks like it's attempting to force certain aspects into a theme that doesn't really exist. As you're looking through it, you can see that there was notation that, with subject KR number, they actually managed to halt her transformation because they were using whatever insane idea came in. It goes into a little mad scientist ramblings of using large spirits to kind of like suck in ambient mana and then kind of just force a spike on the person to, if they're going to surge,
They're gonna surge
manifest.
hard.
Yes.
Oh,
And
right.
due to like his thought process was, since I'm using a spirit to spike like this, if I can get the feature I am looking for, the idea of that through to the spirit, that he can try and force that to manifest instead of the latent genetics.
Oh,
Which
boy.
I know Impulse is probably rolling his eyes at the Lord to this, but I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Let's just say magical bullshit and go on.
Yeah, let
There's
me
a
have my
reason he's a
magical
mad
bullshit.
scientist.
Yeah.
He's
just a
mad
scientist.
Okay. Does that tell me anything about urgency or what would be safe to do?
This is going to take a little bit of time. So in
Of
that
course, of
time,
course.
Chameleon and Dervish are clearing the floor.
I'm
Is anybody-
following. Yeah, gonna follow that
POTUS.
scent.
POTUS.
You know,
What is
keeping to
POTUS?
the shadows, sneaking around.
The good news is he will be pretty easy to find because you can hear him running about in his like the room that he is living in. Um, you guys are easily able to come up upon him as he is what looks like uh, assembling some kind of paperwork or notes or something along those lines.
Do we still have the dynamic entry bonus by any chance?
Oh yeah, you can totally have that.
Okay.
Okay.
As soon as I see him, I will.
Hang on. Let me look at the called shots table.
Okay. While he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and let you know what I'm planning on doing. It's going to be a brain blaster called shot to induce more damage.
The Brain Blaster lets you do your full auto to get more damage, right?
Yep.
And what are you shooting him with?
APDS.
This poor fool.
Yeah.
Was there talk beforehand, just before the hold up murder goes on, that
I thought we were under agreement that everyone in this building was dead.
I wasn't?
Oh yeah,
well,
I wanted to torture him first though.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, see, there's a fun dramatic reveal when he sees me. I'd like to do that, but if that's what Dervish would do and just
it can
not,
totally be in the computer that Brass is going through.
okay. I know, but it's better if it's a
I
moment.
want to
like,
torture
shit.
him.
I do want to torture him.
So it's up to you guys whether or not you discuss the
I-
torture aspects and whether or not Dervish is cool with the idea of torture or would rather just geek him, because that is still totally plausible.
No, that SOP is you put them down.
Okay. Firewatch
Yeah.
says no torture, just murder.
Firewatch says geek first, then torture.
Maybe if he
Yes.
wasn't a mage, he wouldn't get straight up geeked. But as this guy is a mage, he will.
So Poet is going to ask if he can do it himself. If that's at all possible.
I have nothing that's non-lethal right now.
If we both make called shots to the eyes and blind him, he won't have line of sight for his spells.
Jesus
if you make
Christ.
a cold shot with a bullet to the eye, right behind that is the brain.
It would be a very
No,
good
it's like,
call shot.
it says right here, this is not a bullet to the eye and straight into the brain pan. So shot so close to the eye that the sudden air pressure changes forces the lens to bend.
I think I'd rather just be shot in the eye.
So yeah, 2 eyes, -8 on all action.
You can also totally clinch him up and do stuff. So he's.
So yeah, we both make a cold shot to his eye. Come on.
No, that's
No, too complicated.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's only -10.
Most everything on as a mage requires you to wave your arms or speak the words. I'm going to
doesn't.
cold shot.
No, it doesn't. It's really
Dervish
just
He
focus.
doesn't know that.
Yeah, Dervish doesn't know that.
That's what she's seen in the
right, you're
trids.
talking in.
Yeah, so I'm going to cold shot to his spine by way of his chest.
Oh God, you're going in the front.
Yeah.
Oh, you sick man, you. If you want to go ahead and roll that at, I guess, whatever the appropriate thing
Plus
is.
6.
-6.
Yeah, something like that. You're basically going to roll out even after your dynamic entry thing. With the ridiculous extra damage that you're going to have. Oh God. He burns edge to acquire the quadriplegic quality. Yeah, so he's definitely not dodging, so that's like a billion damages.
That is 21 negative 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Never
Um,
fight fish. Too many dice. Automatic that.
he did pretty well for his
He did?
body plus slightly reinforced.
Jacket.
Lab coat. He's a mad
So-
scientist. He's got to be wearing a lab coat.
Yeah, an armored lab coat. Like his little pocket protector totally does not protect him against that many bullets. How many bullets did you just put through tiny, tiny holes of him?
1.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you.
Wait, I thought it was Brain Blaster. That's like 5.
No,
all in
wait,
the
we
right
changed
same
that.
spot.
Okay.
I changed that to the called shot to make him a quadriplegic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you very quick. Good news. He'll totally live because he's required for plot. Meanwhile, Brass is flipping through the details and has gone back to the, I guess you could call it the beginning of Sushi's file, and
Oh yes, and she's definitely just because of the jazz and just going
Just
extremely
spouting-
rapidly through it and
spouting
just
weird
talking
shit.
about what she sees and probably just flooding the DNI channels.
and DNI or verbal.
DNI because otherwise people can't hear me down there.
Okay.
Well, subvocal mics.
Those are a thing too, yeah.
So, as you're going through, Brass, if you want to roll me a composure test real quick,
I sure can do that.
you can't choose negative qualities.
Boop.
Oh, God damn it, Brass. Why do you have to...
You have edge. You have
I
edge.
edge. I might as well use them.
Oh, yeah, you got plenty of edge. You're a good elf.
2 successes?
Thank you. So as you come to the top of it, you see that, asset was acquired by, and then scrolling through names, you see disposable operatives listed by their call signs, and you see the name Poet.
So just imagine it for, on the other side, DNI. Oh, it's okay. She was taken by this guy, and she's going to continue on. And then just stop for a moment. Poet?
And then,
And then
Citizen,
awkward silence.
do you want to make an auditory perception to hear that, or do we want to just go ahead with you?
No, she was saying it over DNI, I thought.
Yeah, she was rambling about everything she's finding to the.
Oh, I
entire
wasn't
theme
sure
of
if like
DNI.
the Poet thing would actually, because if you're just gonna ramble it over DNI, you don't need the composure. The composure was there to be like, all right, as you're reading through it, to stop for a minute and realize what you're about to broadcast.
No, I think the jazz takes care of the whole not realizing in time.
Okay, so
that's what it
over
does,
DNI,
right?
everybody finds out that Poet was part of the team that acquired Sushi.
What?
Let's just say that the job was not as advertised.
The
We're
first
now-
time. Let me clarify that the first time she was kidnapped, Poet was a part of that.
Yeah, no, this time the job was not as advertised. None of you were saints either.
How you feeling, Citizen?
Where is Poet right now?
I believe
I'm
it's
in
the
the-
three of you in the room. And I imagine you're up there looking into the gas tank while Poet is looking at magical bullshit and Brass is on the computer.
Yeah, Citizen sort of takes a moment to look away from the tank and just stares at Poet.
This is probably the reason why Dervish beat Chameleon to the shot as it came across. And he was like, didn't pull the trigger because he was like, what?
And then he turns to Brass and says, is there anything in there that tells us how we can get her out of this?
I'm looking, and she goes on to furiously go through the file, and then maybe remember that Control F is a thing.
Yeah, so you can totally control F. And there is...
Control F. Control F.
Is that so? You
Return
kind of
to
like
normal?
you're like jazzed up, so you kind of miss the Control F and you hit like I don't know Control Tab or something. Maybe it's a Mac and that's how it works.
Gasp.
And then there's like a small progress bar that shows up that shows like 97% or something like that.
Does it have a
Complete.
cancel button?
No. It's like when you start installing something for Windows, it's like, nope, this is going to happen.
Can I use my second and final point of common sense to know if it would be there would be repercussions if we pulled her out of the tank before this thing finished?
If you had any idea of the specifics of what was happening, I would totally let you use common sense.
But it's not so common right now. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, it's like she rolled mad science.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Can Braz, on the other hand, realize or know if it's better to pull or let it go to 100?
it is probably better for it to go to 100. Her vitals and stuff are all stable.
Uh-huh.
Whatever it is that like is in that tube is either feeding the spirit that is probably in there pulling, doing this great big astral pulling, and keeping her physically like stable.
Uh-huh. But having scrolled through all the file and stuff, does she know what is it clear what's going to happen when it hits 100? Will it still? Let's just phrase it like this: if it goes to 100, is it still sushi, or are we having a house cat?
No, it'll still be sushi. It'll not be like she's not shrinking and turning into a cat. That is silly, and Brandon would fly out to where I live and punch me in the face for that kind of shit.
So it's
Yeah,
going to
yeah, I
happen
would.
anyway.
Look, let me buy my metagenic qualities, damn it.
Fine.
So now we see the true purpose of this run.
How dare
Yeah.
you, sir?
Also, all of that mad science data can totally be used to help out the geneticist contact. By the way.
Okay. Well, then Braz is going to just say it to a citizen. Citizen, if anything, we can't pull it right now. We can't pull it right now, and whatever is going on is almost done.
Chameleon, when you're walking back to the room, are you carrying the scientist with you, or are you angry stalking?
Angry stalking.
Okay. Darvish, are you doing anything with the scientist, or are you going to join the thing, or are you going to go firewatch the rest of the building?
I need to firewatch the rest of the building.
That's what firewatch would do, right?
Yeah, you got to clear the
I
building
would like
before
to
you
do
go back to
something
your.
with the scientist.
So Dervish
No.
begins to descend the stairs. Would you like to describe the badass way of you going downstairs? Because you don't take elevators in Firewatch.
Elevators
says,
are
"Do not
dangerous."
Do not use in case of fire. And Firewatch is always fire.
Indeed. Does it say anything about sliding down the elevator cable, though?
Only if you like grab onto it and then have somebody grab onto you and then kind of like clutch onto you in a dramatic fashion. And then you have to like slide down the cable after shooting something to do it quickly.
Dervish is going down the stairs. She does the thing where she goes to the far wall in a jump and then jumps to the landing in one go.
Excellent. So you're quickly coming down. You come down to the third floor. There is chaos and pandemonium going on in here. People are running around. They are kind of like trying to get things together, but at the same time, there are a couple of people that have guns out that are looking around. Would you like to open the fire? Or would you like to give them some kind of...
I'm going to take single shots, 2 heads, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5.
Oh, God. Sick fuck.
Prioritizing the people with pistols.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to... I'm not going to make you roll for this.
Okay.
You're kind of like... How big's the clip on your gun?
This one is 42 rounds.
Oh, Jesus Christ, never mind. I was going to have a fun scene where you...
Alpha.
Yeah,
Aries makes the best everything.
Right? I was hoping you would be out of ammo and have to reload as a guy pulls a gun on you.
No.
Yeah.
No chance of that.
And then you call a sniper support through the wall. But hey, ruin your cool scene. That's fine with me.
Or
all
just
good.
Ares 1, sword him to the chest nonchalantly.
Yeah.
God
So
damn
back in,
it.
Back in the drama room,
Yeah, right.
Chameleon kind of storms into the door. How you feeling in there, guys?
Uh, hopped up on drugs. That's how I feel.
Poet, I imagine you're backed into a corner, perhaps by that wall you had over there that has a giant hole in it. Or muted.
Unmute yourself, poet.
What?
That's right. He's busy composing his drama.
No, the call dropped for him.
A likely excuse.
Wait, no, it says he's still here.
You guys can on the Matrix support.
Oh, wait, no, now he's trying to reconnect.
Ogie is slaughtering tons of dudes with his sword and guns and sneakiness. Well, probably not his sneakiness because, well,
Samurai, dishonorable.
samurai. So he definitely like walks out into places, yeah, and then
It's an
Begins to kill
excellent
people.
Solon impersonation.
that's how I imagine everybody like that talks. There is weird magical shit going on everywhere outside. For those of you that are magically active out there, then are slinging all of the mojo, it is not nearly as effective as you thought it was going to be. Just all getting that little pull on it. I'm just going to hang up and restart the call, unless that's
Okay.
going to mess with your recording thing.
No, that's fine. There we go again.
Hello again.
Poet
Thanks.
is busy, apparently.
How could he?
He's just trying to avoid the things.
He's looking down at his feet.
Oh, shucks, guys.
Oh,
Well, I didn't know what I was doing. Give a guy a break.
You guys would have done it too.
It's very true.
Sadly, yes.
Chameleon's like, fuck.
Are you back?
I think so. Yeah, no, it was just being weird for a while, and now it seems stable again.
Yay!
Sorry
So,
about that, guys.
Chameleon
Yeah.
just angry stalked into the room.
Okay.
I imagine you were kind of like back in the corner. We made the joke that you were looking at your feet and kind of kicking either like shucks, guys.
Oh no, I would actually be looking maniacal and revengey, and I would like to go. Did you get the whisper I just sent you on Roll20?
I was probably tabbed out looking at something.
Okay. I would like to do
point
horrible
out
things to
something.
the doctor.
What would Citizen like to point out?
I would like to point out that Citizen is looking decidedly non-aggressive towards Poet. In fact, he just looks kind of depressed.
Oh, your girlfriend's turning into a giant more freak.
So
Cosmetic
yes.
surgery is going to cost me a fortune.
It's all about the money in the end, isn't it?
Right.
So I
So
just spent
you guys
my
wanna have-
100 grand.
you guys want to have some words?
So well,
Yeah,
Rob, I would like to go feed the good doctor's soul to one of my spirits if he still has one.
Well, the good doctor is currently not going anywhere. Ares Firewatch has proven effective once again.
Firewatch, saving lives better.
Yep.
Just
And there is a
thinking-
lizard man that has barged into the door in an angry fashion and then kind of stopped. And I imagine Brass has stopped ticking away at the computer as it ticks over to 98%.
Oh, yeah, of course. This is
Oh,
this
wait,
is
I'm
awkward,
gonna
this is
re-
awkward
no,
silence
okay.
drama time.
I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if I know what.
Chameleon is just kind of glaring at Poet right now.
Wait. There might be a way to fix this, and I will run down the hallway.
I grab his ankle with my tail as he goes past.
I will trip and fall voluntarily. I will get back up, look angrily backwards, and keep going.
Do you
down.
have any idea of what she has gone through because of you?
Yes.
No. You don't.
I've seen it happen. Quite literally.
I've lived it. And
Well-
you don't know what it's like.
There are people with guns below us. I'm going to try and save her life now.
Citizen, you feel the need to weigh in on the situation?
No, Citizen is just staring at Sushi in the tank, like just subtly aware of the thing going up to 100%, arms limp at his side.
Brass, you have anything to contribute before?
Not not really.
Okay.
Probably.
Good news, Poet's the only active person on the hub from that list now.
Haliax is still sort of around, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, he totally is. Sorry, forgot about that.
Probably just angry glare.
So I would like to run down the hallway and
I think now might be a dramatically appropriate time for us to get interrupted by the process finishing.
He's got to make a lift and carry roll to try and pull the doctor down here first.
I wasn't really okay. Yeah. So
Were you going to do it there, or were you going to pull him back into the room?
I was going to attempt to drag him back into the room, and I'll look at Chameleon and say, "Just give me a hand. Anger later."
Fine.
So
All right. The two of you can very easily kind of
drag him down the hall, and I will only drag him part way, not all the way back into the room, because evil mana vortex. And now I'm going to put one hand on his head.
Uh-huh.
Edging. I assume he is taking some rather severe penalties for this.
Oh yeah,
but I'm
no.
still edging.
You're just looking for
He's
deep information.
definitely got wound penalties.
He's got quadriplegic penalties.
Mind broke.
All the secrets. Excellent.
So I'm going to start sorting through his mind, and I'm going to make several composure checks right now.
All right. While you're doing that, Dervish, you have cleared the floor. As you poke open the doors, there is actually a it's kind of odd. The room is set up with a couple of caged animal pens. There are two ghouls in them. They snap at you hungrily.
Did they snap
very-
ferally?
Yes, they snap ferally.
Papa.
They are on like chains that are put into the wall. It's almost as if they put a bunch of shit in here and then open the cages and let the chains loose, and they go feed them and then drag them back in like fishing line.
Mm-hmm.
As you do. It's kind of like when you get goats to mow your grass.
Yeah, and noticing that they're feral and not speaking or doing anything other than being
Feral.
zombies. Yeah, I'm just going to put 2 in the head of each one.
It's the
Sorry
Firewatch
about that.
way.
Got a text message.
Yep.
And that was the second floor that I just cleared?
That was the third floor with the pens and the crematorium and surgery. That guy that was wrist deep into the other guy, I imagine you shot him in the back of the head and he fell into his work.
Yes.
Do you want to yell at your people for not helping, or do you want to finish the job?
I'm going to clear down to the second floor since the snipers have probably already taken care of the first. And
Oh
then
yeah,
I'll-
anybody that comes down the line there to get to those elevators and such has fallen into a nice little pile.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to clear the second floor and then go back up.
If you see your friend go around a corner and get shot, see another friend go around the same corner
They're like
and get
lemmings.
shot.
They are basically lemmings.
Well, you see, the thing is, there was a scary explosion and stuff upstairs. Explosions are more scary than bullets because bullets can miss.
Explosions don't care.
Explosions don't care. Explosions are unfeeling creatures.
So you will find that there are two changelings in, like, you know, in a hospital, like they have the actual waiting rooms and stuff,
Mhm.
where the patients hang out. There are 2 changelings in there. I will get their details in just a second.
Birdman's got to be one of them. Come on,
Who?
a Birdman. Just making a
No,
suggestion.
there's no Birdman.
Aw.
Let me see if I can. Because I totally made up like 6 of them when they did the. What's this? So if you want to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 2d4s, we'll see which of these 4 people survived. So 3 and 2. One is a dwarf. He is covered in pointy rocks. The other one is a troll that has elongated limbs and a hardened shell on her back.
Are they tied to anything, or are they just sitting there like, oh,
They're
there's
in
explosions and
cages.
gunshots? Okay.
They look very much as though they have been through the worst.
Are the
very-
cages locked, or are they just latched?
They are locked, but it's like not a. It's enough so that they can't just like open them from the inside. I'm sure that you have the capability of sorting open these locks quite expertly.
Yes, I would like to do so.
Yes. If you wish, you may roll dice to see how expertly you do it, or we can just accept it and move on to the badness. Yep. There's a satisfying tink and then 2 tinks of the top of the lock and the bottom of the lock hitting the ground. They look up at you with wide eyes and are obviously nervous because you're swinging a sword and a gun and probably breathing kind of heavy from your
Doing
murder
everything.
rage that you're in.
Yeah.
Do you want to converse with them?
Head up to the middle landing between the 3rd and 4th floor. Stay there. I'll be back.
Do you wish to
And I'll
arm
leave.
them?
No.
Okay.
Everything above me is clear.
Okay. I just didn't know whether or not you're.
No. Nope.
They could get a pistol off one of the dead guys. There's a bunch
Yeah.
of them.
There's many no longer utilized weapons up there.
I want to point out, as chat just reminded me, you missed the perfect opportunity for a "come with me if you wish to live," or if you want to live, to Terminator them. I'm
It's a
disappointed.
good thing I'm not the Terminator, huh?
This is true. So upstairs in drama hallway, as some mind probing was going on. What were you looking for, sir?
I'm assuming I've been doing this for a little while the murder fest is happening downstairs.
It's clean and efficient work, sir. Aries way.
It is still an extended period of clean and efficient work, and I can glean pretty much everything that he's ever done from his subconscious because Mind Probe is a scary, scary thing.
Yep, and you rolled lots and lots of composure dice. What were you looking for specifically?
I'm basically trying to get a more thorough read on the craziness of his mad science and how he was selecting sushi in the first place.
So you will find out that the method to his madness, like he was just doing normal changeling type research and trying to find predictive paths because it's like a thing. His thought process was, well, let me find some people that are changelings and see if I can trace down some of their family members and maybe, swing and a miss, swing and a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And see what I can refine from there. It turns out that Sushi's father surged during the comet, which was 15 years ago, which is why he did not return to her family, and why she was raised as a single child by her mother, which I'll talk to Brass about. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Does
As
he know
he's-
anything about her father?
Just that he was. See, this is something I should have thought about beforehand. It's the problem I get for my, what you call it?
Yeah, so basically,
style.
I'd like once I find the father thing, I'm gonna dig more into that to get. If you haven't come up with it all right now, that's fine.
Okay.
I just
Good,
want to know
because-
if he's alive, what his changeling thing is, etc.
He is.
etc.
Yeah, I will get in some details of the father and give that to you.
And the others, and then the other stuff is just gonna be generic digging his brain for magical stuff and being thoroughly disgusted.
Yep. So it turns out a couple of months ago he hit a breakthrough on a bit of a astral journey that he was on.
Yep.
And he began to hit strides in his research. His thoughts after that time also get a lot more chaotic and strange.
I would like to roll magical threats. And I will. Can I use a? I mean, I know I'm mid-run, mid-mind probe, but can I save this information and use Juliet as an assist for it later? Because she has the
If you want to roll it now and then run it by Juliet afterwards, we can talk about that afterwards. Sounds like some evil shit.
Yeah, that's what I figured I'd get
Uh,
with one hit. Okay. Yeah, and then I'm just going to be trying to steal knowledge because I'm an evil black mage for the rest of it. Although I will definitely have
to answer Citizen's question, it appears that he, in his search for subjects, came across a list of people that are effectively like the bounty list for the runners of Seattle. And someone met with her basic description. And in his crazy mind, he leapt to the idea of
grabbing her,
getting her back to finish his work. And those are pretty close to his actual words.
And I would just generally like to be looking at any and all sushi things relating to sushi in any way. There is one thing that I know OOC, which I don't know IC, which I might be able to discover this way.
What thing is that?
That her family, her mother was murdered, I believe.
Yeah, no, you can that wasn't him though.
Okay, if it wasn't him, then he doesn't know it, and that's fine.
Well, no, like if
he organized
has
it?
the knowledge that his assistant cleaned up the loose end after letting her go, and
Yeah, but he doesn't know who did it, right?
He does not. No, that might be in the information Brass has as
Okay.
as an addendum.
Okay.
But I imagine like after looking for a while, she scooped all the way to the top and then is working her way through.
So I will stand up and can you give me if her father's alive or not? Because I feel like that's a dramatic revelation.
He doesn't know. He just knows that her father was one of the people that surged. As to whether or not, like, back when the comet happened, he knows that he was.
So
Whether or not he has been killed since then,
yeah.
he does not know.
Okay. So I will stop being in this dirty, dirty man's mind. And
Just go back to your dirty mind.
yeah, just going back to mine. And will say her father was one too, in a very quiet, soft voice.
To
Just the room audibly out loud, like not to anyone in particular. But they
do you
would
guys want to take that and roll with it as we take over to almost dramatic eye-opening time?
Sure.
Citizen, Brass,
I
Chameleon?
uh,
Or do you want to just go to the dramatic 100%?
well, I don't think there's a lot to add to it.
Yeah.
I mean, besides, not really. Besides anything, just since Brass can basically confirm what's being said with what she's reading. She probably can't really do more than nod along and maybe ask inane questions about unreasonable science related things, which are horrible.
It totally makes sense to you though. Like
Yes, it makes total sense, and she will ask questions about seemingly insignificant things.
so then it's the dramatic 100%. The computer will, tick over, and then a beginning train sequence will pop up, and the tank will begin to drain with Sushi's form remaining standing. You awakened and aware people can totally feel the pull stop, and just kind of a gentle thrum of power is in the room.
If the pull is stopped, I would like to astrally perceive.
Okay. My poor throat.
And you have more jamming to do too.
Yeah, well, somebody else is gonna have to do the death metal screams because I ain't doing it.
I believe that will be Pulse.
That might actually be Brass because I believe she is a vocalist and not an actual performer.
Yes, she is vocalist.
So with 6 hits on your sensing test, there is a very large spirit that is occupying her.
What kind of spirit is it?
It looks like a would you be able to
Guidance?
identify
With 6 hits, yeah.
no, I meant him like would it show up as straight toxic or would it just look as a perversion of something?
I mean, there's enough stuff about toxic that I might be able to put 2 and 2 together, but I wouldn't be able to like know which sub branch of toxic it was.
Okay. So it looks like it was a how familiar are you with magical traditions? Do you have a thing?
I do not have any magical traditions. I have threats and theory.
Okay. So it looks like it was a I'm just gonna go with a chaos spirit. Like it was a one of their I don't know their tradition spirits off the top of their head.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's just it's a toxic spirit, and
Oh,
that has
chaos magic, same as hermetic.
okay. That like that's where it started off, but it has since perverted and continued to change.
mhm.
As you are sensing, Sushi's head will turn to face you as the spirit turns to face you. And then a smile will come across the spirit's face, and you get the distinct impression that it is excited to see you.
And what force is it?
How are great forms rated?
They have a normal power rating, and then great form is just like a thing added to them extra.
Okay, let's go with an 8 then.
I will just say, guys, she's not driving.
What do you mean she's not driving? And Braz is going to furiously try and see if there's some kind of diagnostics on this terminal she's tapping away on.
It's like thump, thump, thump.
It's
How-
still in
How close
there.
am I to the top of the stairs?
You can dramatically enter at any time you wish.
Okay.
If we killed if we killed him, would the spirit go away?
Mr.
if
Mage.
you just
So-
roll the spirit theoretically.
There is another way, and this is what I guess is going to happen now, is I'm going to look at the spirit while still in my body, while letting all of my bound spirits know that stuff is about to maybe go down, and ask if it's going to be leaving soon.
So it'll you want to give me an etiquette or something in there?
Yeah,
Just
I haven't rolled a lot of etiquette for toxic spirits, but you know, I'm pretty good at etiquette, so.
Okay. It's a good thing that you you got a lot of hits in that. So it'll smile at you, and you know the juice in the tank begins to drain out most of the way now. It's like I made an agreement to assist with the doctor's work.
Would that agreement be void once the doctor is no longer among the living or the dead?
So the spirit nods at you, but her head does not move.
Okay.
Is this like happening like she's basically talking?
So her mouth is moving, but she's not. Her voice is not coming out.
Yeah, I'm the only one who's astrally perceiving, so I'm the only one who's hearing it, basically.
Yeah.
I will then look to the team and say, we might. This, so the large, terrifying spirit currently inhabiting her body will leave once the doctor is dead.
I put 5 bullets in his brain.
You like to be thorough, don't you, sir?
The quintuple tap.
Right. So
I
a
hold
hail
down
of,
the trigger.
a hail of gunfire erupts in the room, and Dervish totally hears that as she comes up onto the floor.
Yep.
And I will look back to the spirit and say, I believe that concludes your contract.
It will look its head from you to the corpse of the doctor now, and then back to you, and the spirit will again nod. It's like, it does, but there's such potential to be had, and it's looking directly at you as Sushi's arm kind of comes up to kind of like point at you, but it's hitting against the glass.
And oh god.
It's just like what the doctor said to you.
I know, it's just like what the doctor said. Let me think for just 1 second.
I'd like to point out Citizen is still standing like right next to the glass, just looking furious at these events.
As the goop begins to completely drain away, you can totally see that her fur is a different color. Like she has complete it has continued lightening from like when she was a human, she had brown hair, and then it went to blonde, and it has continued on that path.
So just like pure white.
It's getting closer to that. Let me find the picture, the horrible mutant picture. And the horrible, ugly reveal.
So I have attempted to talk to the spirit saying that the potential should not be seen today with only 2 successes.
With only 2 successes?
Yes.
It's definitely a better Photoshop job than the previous picture.
Yeah. I feel like you and I share a pain having looked for horrible news pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the spirit kind of like, not today, but soon.
I
And-
don't think so.
Is that something you're actually saying to it, or?
Yes.
And it will it'll give you the impression of laughing, and that's not a good thing.
Oh no, it's definitely not a good thing.
Join the freak club, poet. Tales are
I
fun.
think it's more the join the Toxic Mage Club, which is not a club I want to be part of.
Oh, that's great. So, do you have anything else you want to ask of it before it parts?
No, I've ended this contract, and I really don't want to further interact with it other than for it to leave.
Okay. It'll raise its other hand still in the tube as the last of the goop drains out, and it'll just kind of
Way.
it'll wave, and as it fades away, she will collapse to the bottom of the tube, which is just kind of finished draining out. And it can totally be opened in whatever way these kind of tubes normally get opened.
And with that, Poet will get out of the team. I think I convinced it to go away.
They generally rise dramatically into up or sink dramatically into the floor.
Yeah, it'll totally sink dramatically into the floor because it's not attached to the ceiling. Yeah,
So
there
yeah,
is her.
I will tell Citizen that I have gotten the spirit out of her.
Okay, well, even without that sort of classification, Citizen was already moving forward with the blanket that he's brought along with him to cover her.
Could have totally gotten it from the living quarters.
And as that is happening, Dervish is crossing the room with weapons pointed at Poet. Face on the ground.
What for?
1, 2.
Get on the floor.
I will get on the ground.
Question: what does Firewatch count to?
I
You're
don't
gonna make
think
me
you
do the
want to
whole-
find out.
No. I'm just gonna, sorry. I was
No,
just,
no, okay.
No,
I was
I-
disrupting
has
tension.
to, the answer has to be, no one's
3.
ever given us a chance to get past 2.
Right? We've only ever gotten to 2.
When he ignored the thing that I said and went to 2, I hastily started getting on the floor. But I am saying, what the hell?
And I will keep a weapon on Poet until we're sure that Sushi is K, and then, well, because I don't have that on me, I'm probably just going to butt stroke him to unconscious.
I cannot resist. So, but I will have been protesting and saying, I just got the thing out of her. Bang! Crunch skull.
Yep.
Do you like grab him by the back of the hair and smash his face into the dirt?
I mean, I'm helpless now. So if you kill me, you kill me.
No, I'm not going to kill you.
I don't know if you missed the emote or not. Whether or not when he switched the stick and shock on the way up the stairs.
No, I did. I totally missed that.
Oh yeah, no. I saw it. That's
There it
important.
is.
Yep.
So you guys have the unconscious form of Sushi, the unconscious form of Poet. The sound of gunfire and stuff outside has dropped, and you can see it through your fly spies and the various feeds you're being fed from all of the people around here. That basically everybody in here is dead.
Can you guys knock each other in the face when we're out of here, please?
Yep. Dervish will put Poet over her shoulders in a fireman's carry. And
I'll help.
In a fire watchman's carry.
God. Yes.
I'll help Citizen carry Sushi if he needs it.
Citizen doesn't need your help.
And
How
Dervish
else
is
can
also
he-
going to inform us that we have 2 friends that are coming out with us.
You guys will see the 2 other changelings that come out.
All
Yep.
right.
Their names are Marjorie and Charles, by the way.
All
Oh
right.
god, hideous monsters.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh,
Hello.
okay, you guys start getting out of here. I'll go make sure this building will no longer be far from the ground.
Brass, do you want to attempt to take anything out of that computer?
Do you mean like slot a data ship in there and copy all?
So the amount of data on here is a lot. Because
Oh,
it's not just Sushi's information, it's the various other
she's of course
experiments.
First going for sushis and well, apparently.
I was
since
just
it's-
more talking about ripping it open and taking the hard drive in total.
Oh, sure, we can do that too. Or we can just, since people are carrying stuff anyway, might as well just rip out the entire terminal.
Yeah, that's totally a thing that you can do. I imagine Brass's version of ripping out a terminal involves using det cord to cut it very nicely.
Yeah, why not?
Sure. And then, I guess the only thing left to do is to destroy a building in a grandiose fashion.
Yes.
If you want to give me just one explosives test to see how
Of
well
course
that
you
turns
can
out.
Explosive test. But that's nice. That
So-
should make a decent boom.
Yeah, I imagine you guys pull back to the rally point about a mile away, and you will feel the shockwave wash over you.
Yep.
That was a nice rumble.
I imagine you look quite pleased with yourself.
Yes, very.
Anybody want to have any words with anybody else?
So, what are we doing about him? As Dervish will point at the barrel of a muzzle at the unconscious Poet.
Well, I guess that's really up to Citizen here, right? I think we should probably ask more questions before shooting.
Citizen is going to say he never did anything to me.
Not directly, no.
I think he should have a chance to explain himself to Sushi.
Sounds like a decent idea. How about we do that not in the Barrens?
Yes. Okay.
You guys could drive off. If you guys want to do that now, we can totally do that now. Or we can do that later because I have a rock concert to do in an hour.
I do not have a rock concert, so I'm okay with either.
We can have that conversation later.
Yeah.
So if you guys, I guess, want to pick up one street cred for being awesome and being super shadow oriented, because even though you don't really know people, you're willing to step out.
Rob, I assume I'll take a point of notoriety as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good bet, given as at least 4 runners know that you, however inadvertently, did this.
Yep.
How dare you, sir? You're a monster.
However, we'll see what happens after the rest of the conversation. And then I guess just like 6 karma for everybody, just for being awesome.
Yay.
I will slightly apologize to Dervish about this, just because it was a very roleplay thing that happened.
No,
but
that is quite all right.
I hope that you guys enjoyed the end to her backstory, I guess. Given his cat was like, how are you going to wrap it up if you're the one playing her too? And I'm like, fuck you, I did it.
Well, there is one more loose end. Maybe.
Speaking of which, Poet, when's your next initiation time?
A week and a half ish.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yep.
Well, I'd like to say that if Citizen has anything to say about it, nothing is going to happen to Poet.
Yeah. There is an important question that nobody asked.
Mm-hmm.
Is she alive?
I don't know. I bet Citizen must have felt that by now.
Right? Yeah.
She was
Did he
moving,
feel
wasn't she?
pulse?
I mean, it's dead, or he should at least be sobbing by now.
So I was intending to ask after, or like to ask the chat and stuff, what would make for a better story if she was alive or dead? Because man, if I could simultaneously punch like the entire hub in the feels, that'd be pretty good. I'll just kind of leave a pregnant pause here so that chat can freak out for a minute.
I think they're more concerned about whether they're getting street cred.
Yeah, it looks like to answer the question, I will talk with some people of importance as to whether or not I'm allowed to give the people that commented in the rally point thread street cred or like 1 or 2 karma or something. Crowley is calling for.
You should lock the thread now so that people don't abuse that, just in case.
How do I lock that? I don't know how to do that.
You can ask one of the mods to do it.
Yeah,
I think we have one right here, actually.
I happen to be a mod.
Oh, you just don't know how to press the buttons. Okay.
I don't see the button. She's totally alive, by the way, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked on that.
Yeah.
All right,
What do you mean
I'll
pulled
figure.
it out too early? It's at 100% complete. This doesn't go up to 200.
I wanted that like epic moment where there's like an airlock where like they come through the first door and there's like an intercom and then Poet and Citizen talk to the doctor like back and forth while they have a video feed of what's happening to her and
It would
go
have had
through
to
it
be
like
just us for that.
yeah. But you know, you guys decided to blow a hole in the roof. Thanks, fucking players.
I'm
shouldn't have let us
I'm
bring
sorry,
brass.
Rob, but the roof is always the best entry point.
The entry point is where I make it.
Indeed. That's
You
demolition
know
for
how they sometimes call breaking and entering specialists second floor guy?
Second story men, yeah.
Yeah. Chameleon is an nth story, man.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go try and save my throat for the probably significantly more ridiculous. This was not nearly as bad on the fields as I thought it was gonna be. Probably because of explosives, but
Sorry to disappoint you.
Explosive saves the feels.
Explosives are unfeeling things, Rob. You should think before you
They
invite
are,
the rest
yeah.
to the party.
There was
I
also
have
the
a-
whole
I didn't-
heroism thing.
for
going on.
clarification, I didn't pick the team. The only people I picked was Citizen and Poet because that interaction where Citizen finds out needed to happen. They picked the rest of the team. So all of you people who didn't get in, blame them.
And
Hey now.
Poet, that was no hard feelings on that.
No, it's your character. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
Just
asked him
wanted
how
to-
he felt about PvP the other
I
day.
said no, and I said like I'd rather not die because it's my character, but like if it happens, it happens. You know,
Right.
like I would have burned Edge to live, and then you could have tried to kill me again, but
Oh no! If that happened as you nearly died, the spirit would have came down and been like, "Oh, you're not using this, are you? I'll just take this."
yeah.
Would
Thanks.
you mind?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are done with it, right?
Yeah.
Think so.
I have a distinct feeling that there will be further fields repercussions
In
in the
in
days to
IRC.
come.
Well, there's also the possibility of Sushi having a long lost father.
There is
That-
the possibility of a long lost father.
I'm the only one who knows about.
He actually, Rob actually talked to me out of character a few months ago, is like when Sushi was first coming in, and after the little in-character conversation between the two about the possibility of Chameleon being her father.
Shit.
He searched on the comment, and he's old enough. So it was just like a, "Hey, how do you feel about this?" And he was like, "No, that's stupid." And I was like, "Oh."
Well, I just don't think the timeline would
No.
quite match up, right? Because Sushi is how old?
She's 18 now. She was 3 o'clock when
Okay, so then Chameleon would have been 17 when she
Yeah.
was born. And also in Shir Shangire.
yeah, not close enough to father a child.
Yeah. It would have been it would have been cool if we could have done that, but it just
It's the
didn't.
kind of thing that would need to be discussed beforehand and the characters made separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good times. I liked the crazy Jackpoint plus chat assist.
Yeah, that was really.
That was-
thank you,
that was,
everyone.
That was interesting.
We really
It,
appreciate
it felt like one of those suicide mission things.
Yeah.
Did it feel like in the action movie when the giant team gets together and then 2 guys go in and everybody else fucks everything up?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what it felt like.
Excellent, because that is what I was going for when I had the crazy thought today at work. I was like, "Oh God, I could do this," which I will totally talk to White Ghost about when we figure out who's hunting all of the hunters, and we could maybe actually like plan out something like this, because that could be kind of cool to have like 2 GMs running games and another GM like babysitting a Twitch chat and somebody else doing that and then kind of coordinating it to a giant destroy something.
A giant operation, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. Aside from the Twitch chat and coordinate, it usually don't come together.
Well,
There was a point.
Twitch Plays Pokemon did manage to beat those games.
After saving a
Eventually.
bazillion times.
Well, eventually.
It just
Eventually.
proves monkeys and typewriters.
Yeah.
That's really all that it proves, is that monkeys and typewriters can beat Pokemon.
Yes, they can.
All right, so I'm actually going to hang up now. And
All right,
I'm going to get
thanks,
some
Rob.
tea and something. Thank you guys for coming.
Yes.
Thank you guys for...
Can you get someone to stream the heavy metal run
I am
after
there
this?
too, so I will stream.
Oh,
in
sweet. Okay, 'cause I
stream
definitely wanna
50
watch that.
minutes.
All right.
Yeah, it'll... By the way, thank you, Brass, for staying up so late.
I have no idea why I'm doing this. I'm going to be mad at you if this isn't awesome.
All right, I want you to talk to Chameleon. Tell him
Yes.
how awesome it will be, because you were on the last Trope run.
It's going to be pretty awesome.
All right, there's a good reason for me to stay up until 4:30 a.m. or so.
We'll see. You guys spent all that time picking out a playlist, so
Well, yeah, we
Yeah,
have a
we
giant
did.
set list.
yeah.
God.
Gonna play all the songs, man. All right,
Okay, well,
Yeah.
thank you, Rob.
Thanks,
Yep.
Rob.
all right. Say bye to the stream.
Bye to the
Goodbye,
stream.
stream.
Bye, stream.
I hate you all. I mean,
And